Okay, so we're laying there. I am the positive one, and I'm just laying there. So she takes me on a journey through time and space. I know that sounds crazy, but it started with me looking at the horizon with what I think are indigenous people of North America. And there's an eagle there. And we're looking at the eagles, and the eagle takes off, and I'm now flying with the eagle. And it turns into night, and we're going over cities now, and I'm looking down over all the lighted cities. And then we fly up into the sky, into the stars. I know it sounds crazy, but this really happened. And you can't tell me any different. It was unbelievable. And so we're flying, and I see another what looks like indigenous person on a horse, but up in the sky, and there's a big light behind them, and he's got a big crown on and a big spear, and she says, "This is a keeper of the light." And I said, "Oh, wow, it is?" And she said, "Yes, you're a keeper of the light too." And I said, "Wow, I am?" And all of it just fades away into nothing, and like sand, and it's black in the sky again. And she goes, and I see grid patterns, and she goes, "No, dummy, you're not getting it." No, you're not a keeper of the light, because you are the light. We are the light. We're all the light. We control the light. We don't have to keep it or watch it. Thank you. I'll be right there.
Should I leave it here?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you don't have to watch it or keep it. You are it. You control it. You can do whatever you want with it. And it was really unbelievable. It was like, wow, I don't get it. And then we just started flying around to different places, and she's like, "Well, what do you want to do? You can do whatever you want to do." I could do whatever I want to do. And so I said, "Well, I want to talk to my boyfriend." She's like, "Can I talk to my boyfriend?" And she said, "Yeah, sure. You want to talk to him in his dreams? You can talk to him if you want." And I said, "Okay." So I talked to him. I said, "I miss you, mushy, mushy, mushy." And I did ask him the next day, and he said he couldn't remember his dream. So I was a little disappointed about that, but I still believe I talked to him. And so it was really, really, really amazingly cool. And then it's just so much. Like, it's overwhelming, this feeling that I have. It's so unbelievable. I can't even. I gotta do it. It's amazing. There's so much more than what we can see. And I don't believe it's all in my head. Do I believe I can access it through my head? Yeah. Do I think that a drug helped me to open up some way that I'm allowed to access that or able to access that? Yeah. But I didn't make it up. It's not just in my head. That's just the place where I was able to connect with it. Not through my eyes. My eyes are just another antenna for taking in the world. You have a lot of different antennae though, right? Touch, smell, hearing. And why can't this be another one? So we did that. I traveled through the universe. And so she said, "Okay, now we're going to take this physical. So first she showed me how I didn't really appreciate my role in the great scheme of things, and that I wasn't, I think I am pretty happy and joyful and try to spread love and light where I can, but I didn't appreciate it on this level that I know now. You can't tell me otherwise. And I always said to friends, and they will attest to this, I'm divinely protected. I'm divinely protected. I even had a friend say, I don't believe that. I don't care. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to believe it for it to be true. People don't like when you say that. They do not like that. But you should never tell someone that something they believe about themselves is not true, because what do you know? Number one. And number two, I just always believed that since I was young. And I believe that if you believe it, then it will be true. So I've always believed that, and now I believe it even more. I firmly believe it. I am divinely protected. So she said, okay, now we're going to take this 3D. I guess now I processed it enough, or I understood it at a level that she was satisfied. And so she said, now we're going to take this 3D. I said, okay. So I sat up, my cross-legged yoga seat again. And, I just start moving, because now there is music. And I just start moving to the music. And I noticed that a lot of the movements I'm doing were yoga poses. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I didn't intend to move this way. This was not, my body was just going this way. And I wasn't possessed or anything, and you can say, oh, well, you did yoga, so you're used to those moves. Yes, that's true, but I don't think that's why. And so she said to me, after doing this for a little while, she said, and this is how yoga started. And I totally get that. Because say you are doing some kind of plant medicine or whatever the indigenous people used back then, and you're sitting cross-legged, and it's not easy to sit cross-legged for hours and hours. So you need to do different motions to allow you to sit that way. And so I can totally see how yoga organically came about. I was doing it there, and I believe I would have done it even if I didn't do yoga regularly. And the breathing techniques, breathing in was such, breathing in and breathing out became such an important part of my experience, especially toward the last night. It was amazing. And so that's how yoga started, as far as I believe. And so I was doing that, and she said, you're going to be now the person. Now I have my white flowy dress on, little shorty dancing around. She said, you want people to have positive things to experience here. So now we're going to take this physical, and you're going to be a positive experience. You're seeing, I saw some other cool things too. I saw dragging out the window. He winked at me. That was great. Anyway, so she said, you're going to be one of these positive experiences. So people will see you, and you'll be a vision, and you'll be a positive, pleasant vision. And I said, yeah, that's cool. I could do that. So we did the yoga on the bed, and then eventually she said, okay, now let's go outside.